stage is so funny. Please give her a warm Gotham welcome, Jess Miller!
Wow, hi. That's right, you guys are looking nice. Seeing as we're all kind of starting to feel loose and groovy, I'd like everyone just to do something, just a little something to get the room feeling connected, interconnected. I'd like you to reach out and just stroke a stranger. If you see someone in this room you don't know, just reach out and just stroke them. Softly, reassuringly on the side of their face. Let's all get to know each other in an intimate and very real way. That's right, I'm feeling pretty excited to be here this evening. I'm really ready for this. I'm really ready for us. That's right, I went to no small amount of trouble to get ready for you guys this evening. I took a long, leisurely shower. I loofah'd every square inch of my nubile young body. I lotioned Rite Aid's Gentle Glow. It's gentle. It's glowing. That's right, I didn't use Rite Aid's aggressive glow or hostile glow, because that's really not what tonight's about. Tonight's about me easing it in. The comedy. The comedy. I trimmed my bush. That's right. You're not gonna see my bush. That's definitely not what tonight's about. There's a certain confidence that you exude as a female with a freshly shaven bush. It's like, hi there, Jess Miller. Just trim my bush. People are like, I like her. She seems smart. And I do, by at least one IQ point. That's nice. So, this is what we've got going on here. It's not a one-way dialogue. I'm learning things about you guys as I'm standing up here. I'm learning that this lady is eating a snack. And that is great. I'm learning that this guy in the stripy shirt, could we all look, this guy right here with the red and white, I am learning that he gets very uncomfortable when everyone stares at him. And it's knowledge. There's an intimacy that we're building here. Would anyone else like to tell a little bit about themselves? No? Okay, keep talking about me? All right, great. What I've done is I put together a list of a couple fun facts, a couple things that you may like to know about me as a person, just so we can all, keep this groovy thing that we got going on. Fun fact number 1. I was born without an internal monologue. That's right. You may have noticed I'm very lyrical in the way I move. I've got a flow about me. That's because I was born with the dance. I was born with the music in here. Where you may find yourself behind a fat chick in the mall, thinking, white pants? Really? I'm behind her. She's got white pants, a big bottom, and a very noticeable thong. Hey, high five, girl. Work it out. And it makes me a happier person. Like just around the house doing stuff like naked in the kitchen making oatmeal, ow. Or, like what am I thinking right now? Like, what is wrong with that guy's face? I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. I like your shirt. I really don't. Sorry. Fun fact number 2. I love the song Broken Wings by Mr. Mister. That's a very true statement about me as a person, and I intend to get married to it. Hear me out. Let me set the scene. I have a whole theme. So, the church is dark, and candles scatter whimsically throughout. And then down the center of the aisle, leading to the pulpit, feathers. Carpet of feathers. And from on high, from the area behind wherever the choirs sing, a small chorus pipes up. So take these broken wings. It's a choir of small British children, because British children are classier than American children. And they start, baby, all I know is we're half of the flesh, and love makes us whole. And then when they rise it up to that peak, up to that chorus, the audience will gasp as I appear at the back of the church inside of a giant papier-mâché egg on 2 skateboards which have been duct taped together, and my father, dressed like a mighty eagle, will pull the egg down the aisle, and all the while, so take these broken wings, and it's rising in intensity. We get down to the front where my beloved is waiting for me in a suit, an exquisite Italian custom-tailored suit with a feather cummerbund and a corresponding feather necktie. And his best friend will deferentially hand him a spoon on a silk pillow, and he'll just begin to whap away, just bapping at the egg. So take these broken wings. Still going, it's rising to a fever pitch, pieces of egg are flaking off, and then suddenly I emerge. And I'm breathtaking. I'm dressed like a bird. Like somebody playing a bird in a 2nd grade play. I'm wearing a white unitard with feathers, scotch taped across my body, and from my arms, crepe paper wings. Drifting. And a little triangle cone on top and a corresponding triangle, so my face is in the beak. And I appear to be covered in some kind of a clear mucousy substance, not unlike a baby chick. And now the best man hands my beloved a roll of paper towels on yet another silk pillow, and he tries to get the worst of it. And then he dries me down with a hairdryer on the cool setting, like we did the baby chicks that we hatched in 3rd grade. And then, I don't know, we get married or something. So, fun fact number 3. This is the final fun fact, and it is fun. I spent the bulk of my preteen years dreaming of becoming a professional carnival face painter. That's right, I was very cool. I was not at all fat or awkward. And I pretty much would just paint anyone or anything that couldn't object to me painting it. So like the dog, the cat. My cousin was in a coma my cousin, you know, like the babies I used to babysit for, and like my neighbor would come home and she'd be like, why does my baby look like Gene Simmons from Kiss? And I'd be like, I don't know. That sounds like a family conversation. And I'm 13. And so I had this dream of traveling west, because I decided where this was all the big face painting action was taking place. And like in the imagining, in my daydream, I've got a bundle on a stick with like clean undies and some face paint. And I'm thumbing. And at the beginning of this, I'm catching rides with families, with small kids, and like, we're singing, and they're sharing their sandwiches with me, and I'm painting their faces, the little kids' faces, but like the car's moving, so they keep ending up like looking like Down syndrome Spider-Men, because that's really one of the only faces I only ever mastered that, and like cat face. And like, like the vines that run around the side of your face, and like a beetle, or like a ladybug. And so, and then I imagine it more and it gets grainier. And the next thing I know, I'm pitching rides with like truckers, and I'm painting their faces, And then, it gets even more twisted in my poor 13-year-old imagination. And, I'm out on the road realistically with underpants and face paint, and I've got to eat. I was nothing but, if not, pragmatic. So I end up, in the rest stop bathroom areas near the glory holes. And the penises are coming through the hole at me, and I'm painting them. You know what I mean? I'm not proud. I'm not proud of what I was doing at this point, but I had to eat. I was 13, and the vines winding their way around, and like, pull back the foreskin. Ooh, a beetle. And they're pulling them back through the hole, and I'm hearing like, what is this? I'm like, it's face paint. Is it hypoallergenic? Yes? Well, it's nice. Like, thank you. I'm like, lighthouse, cat face. World's smallest cat face, right on the tip of your member. Yeah, all right, on that tiny cat face penis note, I'm going to take my leave of you guys. It's been magical. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you, gang.